So hello team, I hope you are well, fine and good. So I welcome you all to this another video session. So in this video session we'll be having a thorough discussion on PlugX and bookworm campaign analysis, and you will be having all sort of responses like including Microsoft Sentinel KQL queries as well, right? So I have displayed all the IOC search, IOC hunting, as well as what actually happens and how actually we can remediate these kind of campaigns. Okay, so we'll be going through a thorough discussion on that. So PlugX, okay, what actually it is, and the bookworm. Okay, so why this campaign being targeted in all the telecom, manufacturing, and other industries. Okay, we'll be having a thorough discussion. Let us start begin the session. What actually it is and how actually it works, and we will be having a detailed explanation as well. So in the last, you will be also having a detailed session on mitigation and how we can mitigate these kind of action items, folks. Okay, so let us proceed further and we'll be having a thorough discussion. Okay, so you can see a one paragraph line, okay, which started saying about Cisco tell us actually the threat intel, okay, though published about these activities, like Cisco Tellus actually says a long running campaign, okay, since 2022 I can say. So is started abusing DLL, okay, dynamic link library, or we can say DLL sets order, hijacking to deploy a custom plugin variant, okay, that actually says configure and encryption fingerprints with rainy day, as well as Turin pointing to a Chinese language three-tactor. Okay, so Palo Alto along with unit 42 linking, okay, bookmark, okay, so to which started saying about to sustain the espionage in Southeast Asia, and source bookworm modular DLL architecture. Here you can see how actually the DLL attack flow is all about, and there are certain language mistakes. I apologize for that, but still there is a architecture, DLL architecture, which is being publicly available. You can go and refer about that. So actually, to sustain the espionage in South Asia, source a bookworm modular DLL architecture, and also C2 abuse technique. Okay, both the families uses DLL side loading. Okay, so memory unpacking, decryption like XDR, RC4, and LZNTI. Okay, so LZNT1. Okay, sorry for that, and a legitimate looking compromise infrastructure for C2. Okay, so this is what actually the publicly available data is. Data actually says about the campaign. Okay, so when we discuss about what changed and why this actually matters, so there are two main concepts here we need to understand, and the attack flow, communities also we need to discuss about. So what changed and why this actually matters, folks? So one is new plugin X variant, and that is bookworm. So new plugin variant is tell us, okay, so said loaded decryption mechanism, okay, see RC4 keys and configure structure with rainy day and Turin, suggest either the same actor or a common vendor, okay, across multiple China's textures group. Okay, it actually targets telecommunication and infrastructure in Central South Asia, okay, like Kazakhstan, or you can say South Asian countries. When we discuss about the bookworm unit 42, a long-lived modular rat, okay, remote access trojan used by Tarus and Mustang Panda. Okay, recent activities has been observed. Okay, across Asia and diplomatic targets like bookmark, actually bookworm variant. You know. Now uses UUID, I can say encoded cell codes, along with that DLL side loading to started evaluating any kind of suspicious inspection in the modules, or in the unit, on the in the three tactors, in the targeted three tactor groups. Okay, so when we discuss about the main concepts like the attack flows, okay, so DLL side loading or DLL sets order hijack, then read encrypted cell code file from local folder, okay, any kind of then in memory unpack, then C2 over HTTP. Okay, so this is how actually the legitimate traffic is been attacked. Okay, So when we discuss about the attribution summary, what research actually says. So Cisco Telus has started saying about the medium confidence attribution, okay, to Nikon, okay, Chinese language APT based on said config format and RC4 key and PDB, a string, and also we can say PDB string and victimology. Okay, so then you need 42 Palo Alto network, high confidence linkage of bookmark to these three groups. Okay, via said PDBs and tooling infrastructure overlap and victimology in Southeast Asia. Okay, so this is the attribution what research actually says about. Okay, so then where we can find the IOCs and how we can search for. So researcher has published full IOCs in vendor repositories. Do not paste raw IOCs were exhausted. Okay, instead pulling them directly into your tooling from authoritative sources to avoid any kind of typo. Okay, number one is Cisco Telus blogs plus Telus GitHub IOCs, and there we can find about the IOCs in the Unit 42 bookworm report. Along with that, the hacker news. So these are three blogs or three sites where actually go through and pull the different sort of IOCs list. Now the key objective is all about the TTP or measurables. One is how the threat actor group the initial access. So malicious documents, spear phishing, captive portal, and or compromise of third party infrastructure, the initial access. Execution DLL search order, or we can say DLL side loading. Okay, so usually here the threat actor places encrypted cell code files along with alongside the legitimate executables and also forces a loader to pick a malicious DLL. Then when we discuss about the payload staging, right? So cell code encrypted with XOR RC4, then unpacked in memory. Okay, loader uses unusual file name pattern. Okay, so this is how actually the payload stacking is. So capabilities are all about the full RAD functionalities. Okay, command execution, file up to upload and download, then key logging plugins. So these are the different things in the capabilities. Then we discuss about C2 is all about HTTP to legitimate lookup or compromised domains. Bookworm also used UUID and code cell. Okay, so this is the technique what actually the three actor actually use to evade the detection. So when we discuss about the cybersecurity, analyst who actually key interest on how we can find this. So what are the Sentinel query to identify that? So below are ready to use KQL queries for you, which I have extracted from different threat intels, and I have given you so that you can also have your query into your tools. Okay, one is all about suspicious DLL load. Okay, search order check indicator, Windows security and EDR solution, which we can identify like device image load events where timestamp is greater than echo 30 days. So this is how you can proceed further. Then suspicious child process for uncommon side loading host, example Microsoft Edge update.exe for legitimate exe abused. Okay, so this is the different as a KQL query for you, which I have identified and displayed here. Then how we can identify and encode the suspicious file rate. Okay, or any kind of RC4 or LG and T1. Okay, staging behavior file. So this is all about the device file events. You can go and check the file names here. Okay, MC site advisory dot afx. Then similarly also DLL SCR are the different processes. Then we can have the files here. Then we can have the PowerShell downloading content. When we discuss about PowerShell downloading content, we need to have our command ready. Okay, so this is how actually the KQL query, which actually identifies any kind of PowerShell downloading content. Okay, staging payload fetches. Unusual HTTP traffic, that is the last how we can identify that. This is the most important and most concerned thing, because if certain things if we do not detect this, then it may be leading to a certain compromisation. So we can also identify any kind of unusual outbound HTTPS to rarely seen domains. Okay, network behavior analytics also we can say. Okay folks, The last and final, I can say, response and mitigation checklist. So what sort of response and mitigation step or we need to take? So critical immediate action what we can take is all about, if certain things occurs, we need to isolate the suspected host showing the above behavior like DLL load anomaly or unusual HTTP to IOCs domains, unusual domains. So collect forensic artifacts like full memory dumps, HKLM system current control, so program files and them, so keylogger log files referenced by telos finding, so block C2 domains and IPs in perimeter firewall and DNS resolver using vendor IOCs. So hunt laterally for the plugin X keylogger and persistence, and scan for files with modified PE header. Then rotate credential plus re-image, okay, high value host if persistence credential theft is confirmed. So then after apply EDR detection, like an ERA rule can be placed, and we can identify any sort of abnormalities and any detection regarding any command injection or any kind of HTTP traffic to unusual domains. We can identify, and we can take action in the same time. Okay.